In the K-pop industry, idols cannot breathe in the same vicinity as another human being without netizens immediately deciding they're secretly dating. They analyze every glance, accidental touch, and social media posts like they're FBI agents investigating a crime scene. Recently, a surprising number of idols have found themselves at the center of crazy dating rumors, some more believable than others. A great example of how quickly innocent moments can spiral into full-blown scandals is what happened to TXT's Huening Kai. When an anonymous poster shared a video allegedly including him and a mysterious woman, it went viral and chaos erupted. The footage showed someone who appeared to be Kai standing outside a bar with private drinking rooms late at night, embracing a girl before the two moved toward the sidewalk and eventually entered a car together. Fans couldn't believe their eyes and started questioning whether this was actually him. To make matters more convincing, the original poster provided comparison photos showing that the person in the video had the same phone case and sneakers that Kai had been seen wearing in previous content, which was all the proof netizens needed to decide this was definitely him and that he was absolutely dating this mysterious woman. The video spread across social media, and of course, fans started having questions. Netizens immediately started speculating about who the woman in the video might be, with some convinced she's another idol and dragging multiple female artists into the controversy based on no real proof. The main target of this witch hunt was 50/50 Chanel, who found herself accused of being Kai's alleged girlfriend based on the flimsiest evidence imaginable. Internet detectives analyzed the footage and pointed out similarities between the bag seen on the girl in the video and one that Chanel had worn in previous photos. To make their case seem more legitimate, netizens also started comparing the mystery woman's outfit to a video that Chanel had posted on TikTok, essentially building an entire conspiracy theory around the fact that two people happened to own similar black bags and wore vaguely comparable clothing. This rumor gained so much traction that it made its way to the Korean forum Insteeds, where thankfully more rational netizens jumped to Chanel's defense and called out how absolutely ridiculous the situation had become. Commenters pointed out that you couldn't even see the faces properly in the footage, questioning what the point of digging into it was when there was zero concrete evidence. While some people were at least trying to inject some logic into the situation, harassment and invasive behavior from others were already reaching anyone remotely connected to Kai. The most infuriating part of the situation was when his sister Leah Navab, who is preparing to debut as a member of the group I Met You, found herself getting bombarded with inappropriate questions and rude comments about her brother's alleged relationship, despite having absolutely nothing to do with it. The day the videos were posted, Leah was doing a live broadcast where she seemed genuinely happy and excited to interact with fans, but suddenly the comment section exploded with people asking about Kai's dating rumors and making inappropriate remarks that completely derailed the positive atmosphere she had been creating. Leah's frustration was visible as she tried to figure out what was happening and why viewers were suddenly flooding her with off-topic questions, eventually forcing her to turn off the comments entirely while apologizing multiple times for the mood change. After watching his sister get harassed and the entire situation spiral completely out of control, Kai decided to immediately break his silence and address the rumors head-on in a way that most idols would never dare to do. On October 10th, just 2 days after the videos went viral, Kai took to Weverse to personally explain what had actually happened that night, refusing to let the narrative be controlled by anonymous accounts and baseless speculation any longer. In his statement, Kai calmly clarified that the woman in the video was simply someone he knew whom he hadn't seen in a long time, and that the two met during the Chuseok holidays when practically everything in the city was closed, leaving that particular bar as one of the only places still open where they could hang out. He explained that as the night went on, his friend ended up in a state where he couldn't just leave her to fend for herself, so he did what any decent person would do and made sure she got home safely before heading straight back to his dorms, with absolutely nothing romantic happening between them. He explained that he had seriously deliberated about whether to address the rumors at all, but ultimately decided he couldn't stay silent when he hated lying and wanted to be trustworthy to his fans. He emphasized he's typically a homebody who rarely goes out and has made it a priority since his debut to avoid bringing harm to his members, which made this situation even more frustrating for him since he was literally just trying to help a friend and somehow ended up at the center of a massive dating scandal. Kai wrapped up his announcement with multiple apologies to his fans and members, while insisting that there was absolutely nothing for fans to be concerned about and promising to work harder in the future to avoid these kinds of misunderstandings. The response from netizens was overwhelmingly positive, with fans flooding forums praising Kai for his emotional maturity and honesty in addressing the situation directly rather than letting his company handle it with a vague statement or ignoring it entirely. People were particularly impressed by how gentlemanly he had been, with many commenting that sending his friend home safely was exactly what any decent person should do and that it actually gave them an even better impression of his character. Some fans also expressed frustration frustration and disbelief that Kai felt the need to apologize at all for literally just being a good friend, pointing out how insane it is that idols face so much pressure to maintain perfect images that even basic acts of human decency get twisted into scandals. While Kai's dating rumors were eventually cleared up as a misunderstanding about helping a drunk friend, not every idol caught up in dating speculation has gotten off the hook quite as easily. Sometimes the rumors are actually based on sweet moments that have fans genuinely hoping there might be something more going on behind the scenes. Blackpink's Lisa has always been known as one of the friendliest idols in the industry, never shying away from showing off her close relationships with other artists, regardless of their gender, which is something many idols hesitate to do out of fear of sparking dating rumors or facing backlash from possessive fans. For instance, she previously shared a picture with Felix from Stray Kids, but recently, netizens have been curious about her seemingly close relationship with EXO Suho, which nobody saw coming. The speculation started when Suho appeared on a radio show and casually mentioned that while he was in Los Angeles, he attended a listening party for a friend where he enjoyed the atmosphere and they danced together, describing it as one of the best things he did during his time in America. Netizens started putting the pieces together and realized that the timing perfectly lined up with Lisa's alter ego listening party that she held in LA. With this in mind, they went back through all the footage from the event to see if they could spot him in the background. Their detective work paid off when fans pointed out a person they believed to be Suho in the crowd, and they even found a photo of Suho wearing similar clothing to what the mystery attendee had on, which they presented as further proof that he had definitely been there supporting Lisa's comeback. Netizens also remembered that Suho had mentioned wanting to go to Coachella, and conveniently, Lisa had been at Coachella around the same time. A TikTok compiling all this supposed proof of their close relationship quickly went viral, and the comment section exploded with fans debating what this all meant for the two idols. Many people were simply happy with the idea of them being good friends, pointing out how sweet it was that Suho would fly to LA specifically to support Lisa's listening party. However, others were definitely reading much more into the situation, with some fans convinced that there's no way Suho would go through all that effort and spend that much time with Lisa if they were just casual acquaintances. The irony of Lisa being caught up in fresh dating rumors with Suho hasn't passed anyone by, especially considering that for the longest time she was inseparably linked to Frederick Arnault, the CEO of luxury watch brand Tag Heuer and heir to the massive LVMH empire, with their relationship apparently being one of the worst kept secrets in K-pop. The two had been photographed vacationing together in Sicily back in 2023, enjoying what looked like a very obvious seaside date. Ever since then, netizens believed they were in a relationship, and Frederick had frequently been spotted with or around Lisa as she traveled the world for various schedules and personal trips. But recently, speculation has been going around that Lisa and Frederick may have actually split up, with the evidence coming from a video showing Lisa on a vacation in Capri, walking completely alone with only what appeared to be a security guard following behind her, rather than the alleged billionaire boyfriend who used to be a constant presence by her side. Fans also have noticed that Frederick has been absent from Lisa's life recently, causing some to believe that the two have parted ways. If you thought Lisa and Suho's dating rumors were based on thin evidence, wait until you hear about the absolute circus that erupted when netizens decided that BTS's V and IVE's Wonyoung are secretly dating, with the entire scandal kicking off from a post on the Chinese platform Douban. The viral post claimed to have discovered undeniable evidence that the two idols were involved, but when you actually look at what is being presented as clues, it becomes painfully obvious that people will connect literally any two dots if it means they get to start drama about idols' love lives. The first form of evidence that started this whole mess was the revelation that both V and Wonyoung had uploaded pictures taken at SAN restaurant in Seoul, with the original poster breathlessly pointing out that the details in Wonyoung's photo, including the table's wood grain, the glassware, and even the menu items, were supposedly identical to those seen in a picture V had posted just one day earlier. Another major piece of proof that had people convinced was a photo Wonyoung shared on July 3rd featuring a noodle dish on what appeared to be a marble table, which conspiracy theorists immediately claimed matched the marble surfaces at V's house, suggesting she had eaten there. To make the noodle situation even more suspicious, the dish happened to be the exact same meal V had once mentioned as his personal favorite from a restaurant that happened to be located only 10 minutes away from his house. Things took a more intense turn when fans noticed that Wonyoung had been using songs in her social media posts that V had personally recommended in the past, which some people interpreted as a secret signal that they were sharing music with each other. The timeline also showed that both idols happened to be in Los Angeles at the exact same time for KCON. Netizens suggested this wasn't coincidental, as they had probably coordinated their schedules specifically to spend time together away from the prying eyes of Korean media. Like the cherry on top, fans discovered that Wonyoung had dined at Mother Wolf, the same LA restaurant where BTS members, including RM, had previously eaten and posted about on Instagram. Just just when it seemed like the ridiculous theories couldn't get any more desperate, netizens managed to dig up what they considered the ultimate piece of evidence that proved V and Wonyoung were definitely together. They both mentioned wanting to eat pistachio croissants while attending Paris Fashion Week events. The response to these allegations is mixed, with many Chinese netizens seeming to take the claims pretty seriously. However, anyone looking at the situation from a critical standpoint could immediately see that every source of evidence is extremely far-fetched. For instance, eating at popular restaurants in Seoul or LA is literally what every idol does and means absolutely nothing in terms of proving a romantic connection. The marble table noodle photo is particularly absurd as evidence since marble tables are extremely common in Korean homes and restaurants, and the fact that both idols enjoy the same type of noodles from a popular restaurant hardly indicates they're secretly dating rather than just having similar taste in food. Even Knets on Nate Pan hit back at the croissant evidence in particular, pointing out how incredibly popular pistachio croissants are in Paris and questioning why people were so desperately trying to push this narrative when it was clearly all just reaching. V isn't the only BTS member who's been dragged into far-fetched dating rumors with a fellow colleague based on questionable evidence. Netizens have apparently decided that if two idols happen to visit the same tourist attractions in one of the world's most popular cities, they must obviously be secretly dating. This time, the targets of the rumors were BTS's RM and Blackpink's Jisoo. The proof of their relationship was posted on Nate Pan and started with screenshots showing both RM and Jisoo looking at artwork by the famous artist Yoshitomo Nara at the South Bank Centre in London. Another piece of evidence came from pictures of both idols posing in front of the London Eye, one of the most popular landmarks in the entire United Kingdom, with the original poster pointing out that while the heart structure wasn't visible in both photos, the position and angle at which they took their shots were eerily similar, as if they had been standing in the exact same spot. The timeline of the photos added another layer to the speculation, with RM's pictures coming from a recent vlog he posted of his trip with friends, while Jisoo's shots were from an Instagram post she shared back in August when Blackpink were in London for their world tour. The fact that these visits happened at completely different times apparently didn't matter to people who were determined to connect the dots. The reactions from netizens were predictably all over the place, with some people pointing out that RM's screenshots literally came from a vlog where you could clearly see he was traveling with friends, and that both idols were simply doing what every tourist does when visiting London. Others got defensive and told people to stop messing with BTS by dragging them into baseless rumors. Surprisingly, there were also plenty of people who seemed to genuinely believe that the coincidences were too strong to ignore. A few netizens even admitted they had always thought RM and Jisoo's personalities would match well together, essentially shipping them based on absolutely nothing but vibes and wishful thinking. And if you thought the previous dating rumors were invasive, Kiss of Life's Julie found herself at the center of what might be the most disturbing privacy violation yet, when a video allegedly showing her with Veriveri members Kangmin and Yeonho in a private room started circulating online after being illegally obtained through CCTV footage without anyone's knowledge or consent. The footage, which was uploaded to a site for explicit videos, despite containing nothing actually scandalous, allegedly showed the three idols just hanging out, drinking, laughing, and talking like adults in a private setting. The woman alleged to be Julie is seen lying next to someone thought to be Kangmin while he supposedly plays with her hair and pokes her playfully. Later on, she's seen holding hands with a person believed to be Yeonho. After this video hit the internet, netizens saw it as proof of some sort of romantic entanglement. Although the footage might have included flirtatious interactions, fans believe the real issue here was how the video was obtained in the first place. They argued that secretly recording people via CCTV and then leaking the footage to the internet is a massive violation of privacy, no matter what the content is. Social media platform X exploded with people expressing horror at the situation, questioning how idols were even being recorded in private spaces, claiming they don't even have basic privacy anymore. Eventually, their agencies responded, which unfortunately only made things more confusing. S2 Entertainment refused to comment on Julie's behalf because it concerned her personal private life, while Veriveri's agency, Jellyfish Entertainment, was in complete denial, calling the rumors a malicious fabrication that seriously damaged their artists' reputations. Although these announcements left people wondering what the truth actually was, at the end of the day, the real issue is that fans have lost sight of where the line between public interest and invasion of privacy should be drawn.